Hello, welcome to the Musings of Maverick channel. I'm your host Maverick, and today we are watching episode 1 of Munou na Nana, which is quite the mouthful. If I were to give it an English translation, I would probably say something like the useless Nana. And as is customary tradition now, since this is the first episode, in case there are any newcomers here, typically I structure my videos into 3 different parts. At the beginning, I always have an introduction or a recap. In the middle will be my blind reaction. And then finally, at the end, I will have my musings portion, which is where I go in depth into the episode, what I like, what I dislike about it, various concepts or that were brought up, or mechanics of world systems, that kind of stuff. Basically going a little bit deeper, right? And aiming to do some predictions, some theories, etc., which might come in handy in this particular series, considering some stuff that I've heard. But in any case, they will all be timestamped down below for you guys to choose whichever part you please. So, anyways, for those of my old viewers now, you're probably wondering, hey, Maverick, you didn't mention that you were going to watch this in your, in your selection video. Well, I wasn't. I was actually going to watch Senyoku no's Siguru Frida. Oh, and that is such a mouthful to say. But in any case, I watched the first episode. I realized it wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I'm sure that there's some people who will enjoy that, but it's not really what I wanted to watch. So I figured I'd just cut my losses and drop it. This one actually was recommended by some of you guys back when I was doing my selection video as well, so hey, I figured I would give it a shot since I did promise that I'll check it out if I do drop some other series from this season. So, what exactly is it, right? Well, it is a manga adaptation, and honestly, I have not seen one bit of the trailer. I don't know what's going to happen. I know that presumably something is going to happen in the first episode, which I guess can be considered a spoiler by itself, but, I mean, I can't really fault anyone for that because there has to be some sort of hook in order for me to want to look at an anime, right? Considering there's so many anime here. It's being made by Bridge, which I guess they did Fairy Tail and whatnot. Most importantly, they are doing Shaman King for next year, the remake of Shaman King, so they better not screw that up. But not really familiar too much with Bridge's works. I'm not too familiar with the director or sound director either, so typically I do like to go into it and see what they've made and so on and so forth. But I haven't watched any of the works that those two are responsible for, so I can't really say anything, right? And then in terms of the cast, well, to be honest, there's nobody that particularly gathers my interest either. I guess Lumi and Lumi-san and Mai, I guess I've seen some of their works, but honestly not exactly something that's getting me jumping up and down either. So I don't know, I'm just essentially going into this with a completely blank slate, and well, let's just see what exactly is going to happen, right? If I don't like it, I probably won't be releasing this video, so consider that a spoiler for you guys as well. In any case, let's jump into it. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Alright. Kill the enemies of humanity, save 10 million lives. They really translated as talentless. I guess useless is a little bit nanao? Are you gonna turn into a girl? Jeez. That's a way of saying hello between gals? What? My Hero Academy? Okay, so this is the talentless guy? Right. Wait, is this gonna be like a gender bend? Alright, I did read the synopsis, of course, so I know that apparently this is a world where kids grow supernatural talents. Okay. I wonder what happened to Nana when he first came here. Okay. Maybe his power is intimidation. Or the power of acting cool. Oh. Okay, oh, this is Nana. Okay, so we got two people without abilities? Alright. Well, I'm just glad that this isn't a gender bend, actually. Oh. No, wait, so... So it's the talentless now? Huh? This has gotta be like so... Wait, was that just Saitama there? Oh. Are you an idiot? This is a seriously annoying ability. I'm not sure if I could be able to stand around her, to be honest. Wait. Help. Alright. And so the one that doesn't raise their hand is going to be chosen? Ah. But you know, if everybody votes for themselves and someone votes for someone else, all right, 50 or wait, has he seen one? Fatty Bishi. I kind of agree, man. I kind of agree. He just casually strolls out. Alright, what's gonna happen here? A duelist in our family. Probably get. Like I said, that's this girl sure is persistent. But then she can read minds, right? So she probably knows that Nanao is not going to reject her. And now it's the cafeteria. Like I said, this is such... I would not want to be near this girl. Yeah, that's probably gotta be pretty... pretty stressful for her as well. You know, if you can have like a mind reading ability that you can turn on and off at will, that would be great. But having it on 24/7, that's gotta be pretty annoying as well. I mean, I'm kind of surprised that she hasn't turned into one of those characters that wears headphones all the time, listens to music just so she can block out all the noise. I mean, she's cute though, so that I will concede. Oh wait, you do have a talent, huh? Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. Pro Ooh. Talentless question mark. Okay, I saw somebody who can use teleportation, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, we saw these two, fire, ice, and then a girl who could use teleportation. But if she can read minds, wouldn't she would probably know if Nano actually has powers, right? Well, no shit. Eh. So what's gonna happen in the fight tomorrow? You did? Oh, to watch. How are you able to get in? Or I guess they don't really exactly have guards or anything, right? Yeah, go walk her home. Oh. Hmm. Oh, what? Alright, and what's your problem, dude? Yeah, here we go. Are we gonna see Nano's talent, or... Oh. Okay. So it can nullify talents or something like that? Mm. Yeah, seriously, that would be considered like the anti to all of these guys, right? The anti-talent. Wait, what do they call themselves again? So if he wanted to, he could probably also stop Nana from reading his mind, right? And how exactly is that going to help against fighting against... Oh. Like, how's that going to help them fight against the monsters or whatnot? Unless they also use versions of abilities as well. Huh. So it does work. You know, if anything, I think this Nano guy is like the best dude to be the enemy of humanity. Hmm? What the hell? Ooh. Oh, this is the enemy? Oh. So she can't act... What? So she doesn't... She can't actually read minds. Yeah, she actually is talentless. Oh, she's the enemy? Hmm. Huh? Oh, they think they're a threat to humanity because... Huh. I think I kind of get what the story's about here now. Like, the rest of humanity does not want to... Wow. Potential kill count 1 million. Dang. Is this guy actually dead though? I didn't see if he fell into the sea or fell into the rocks. So this is the first time we're watching this. I do want to take a look at this ending. Or it might be the opening song. Hard to say. Normally anime do like to put the opening as the ending. Ah, so these two are the... Okay. Huh. Alright. Broken sky. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Well, that was the first episode of Munou na Nana, and yes, I am definitely enjoying this very first episode. That was not a twist that I saw coming, even though I was expecting a twist at the end, though. In all honesty, what I was thinking was the twist was that Nana, who was this guy who seems to be, you know, very heroic, well, I guess no. Sorry, not very heroic, but basically this sort of troubled protagonist, right? Who wants to do good, but you know, has some of his own deep issues as well. He's been putting up a good act and all that, and then he was actually the enemy of humanity or something like that. Because yeah, just think about it. His abilities is literally to nullify other people's abilities, right? How would that work? You know, why exactly would you have that kind of ability if you're going to be fighting against other monsters, right? Unless the other monsters also have abilities and then he can nullify their abilities. Otherwise, it doesn't really make much sense. You would think that this guy would have the perfect skill set for going up against these supposed heroes of humanity and wipe them out, right? So I thought the entire time that the twist was actually that this Nanao guy was going to be the main antagonist, and then you know, go from there, right? And then it was actually Nana. Oh man, that was a good one that I didn't see coming. And no, I can kind of get why there is this sort of situation, right? It's definitely not anything new or unique. In fact, this is a concept that's been explored in a lot of superhero franchises already. For instance, the DC universe, the Marvel universe. They've always had this sort of plot, right, where the rest of humanity, you know, or the official government bodies, so on and so forth, national powers, they are skeptical of the powers of the super, you know, the superpowered heroes or anti-heroes or villains of the world, right? And, you know, because they can't exactly be controlled. They are wielding powers that literally dwarfs a nation. So in the interest of national security, they can't allow these people to go rogue, right? I think, like, even in the most recent years, you know, literally, this was a plot point in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? I think for instance, in the Avengers, or what was it? Captain America or something like that. One of the movies where they had this entire thing where they were supposed to restrict the abilities and the authority and power of the superheroes, right? And I think that it was also utilized a lot in the DC universe as well. I mean, in terms of like X-Men and all that, I do believe it's like a canon plot point or something like that. I don't know. I don't watch much X-Men, so but in any case, so I can totally get why they are having this sort of discussion here, right? Especially in this case where, I think it's even debatable whether or not the monsters actually exist, the so-called enemies of humanity, right? Do they actually exist? Is this actually something that they are supposed to do, or is that all just a big cover story in order to control these talents and so on and so forth? So, definitely an interesting setting here. Although for the purpose of this work, I do have to wonder if Nana is considered an antagonist as well. So it might be one of those works where she is working, or at the very least an anti-hero, right? And definitely not your normal goody two-shoes protagonist here. And that's great, because for any of you guys who do watch my channels, you'll know that I really love it when we get from the antagonist or the villain's perspective as well. Like, for instance, Death Note. I was with Light the whole way, and so on and so forth. So I will be looking forward to something like this. And if she is supposed to be an antagonist character, that probably means that the main protagonist character is going to be Kyoya, right? Or however you want to call it, depending on which perspective you look at it, right? Because I do feel that Kyoya probably suspects something about Nana. And yeah, we'll have to see, right? Because Nana certainly picked... I can understand why she picked that ability. It's the only one that can actually fool people, right? But that is a very, very thin line that she's walking. Because sometimes, if you literally just walk up to her and say, what am I thinking right now? And then you think of the most random stuff, Nana's not going to be able to tell any of that, right? And bam, instantly cover blown, and so on and so forth. So she's going to have to rely on a lot of mind games and a lot of wits in order to go through this. And those things are exactly up my alley. I love watching this kind of thing, a battle of wits and all that, and playing mind games with each other. So this is definitely something that I'm interested in. I'm glad that you guys recommended it. I'm glad that I picked this up. And well, we'll all just see how how this story progresses in the future, right? Now, one thing that I am kind of dubious about is whether or not Nanao is actually dead. Right? Because, well, he is being voiced by a pretty prominent voice actor, and it seems that he is also... I don't know, it's hard to say, because I think a good rule of thumb for shonen is that characters are never dead unless you literally saw them die. Right? If you literally see them die, then okay, fine, they're dead. If they just like sort of disappear off screen or get into a situation where they're supposed to be dead, but you don't see them dying, or you don't see their body or whatnot, you can't really rule them out as dead yet, right? I mean, I could totally see Nanao coming back in the future or something like that, and then messing the entire situation up, right? I definitely feel that might be a possibility here. So, yeah, I guess that's just one quick prediction I have for right now. And, well, let's just see how things continue to progress and how exactly Nana is going to survive the day-to-day at this school and not attract any attention, and also complete her objective, which we saw at the very beginning, right? She needs to kill enough people, enough of these talents that supposedly they each have an estimated death toll that they will inflict on humanity. For instance, Nanao was 1 million, right? And I believe she has to kill enough people to add up to 10 million. So 10 million potential worth of casualties being caused by these talents. So she's gonna be killing some other people. Let's just see how she goes about the situation. So there we go, that's it, the first episode of Munou na Nana, and I really enjoyed this, hope you guys did as well, and yeah, I will most probably be putting this into my rotation, so I will see you guys in the next one, which hopefully I will get out before the next episode of this drops. I believe episode 2 is out already. I'll try to get it finished before episode 3, or maybe at the same time. So, that's it for now, thank you guys, and bye-bye.